Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Final Fantasy XVI. We are back at the hideaway because last time we ended with completing both of the side quests that we had. So technically now we can continue on with our main story, which is going to Cid's grave to pay our respects. And before we go there, we will try to convince Mid to come with us. So I think that's where we are right now, meaning we need to find where she is. I think the marker is already showing us. So let's go get her. Oh yeah, and another thing that I did in between the episodes, since we had enough ability points, and I did check in the ability list what we had. I raised Limit Break with another level, giving us 3 bars instead of 2, and I think that was a nice investment, meaning if we use it, it will last a bit longer. And when we get to 2000, I might even go with the 4th one, basically doubling how long we can use the ability once we activate it, which sounds pretty good to me.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
I think if we go around this, we should be able to... Yeah, there it is.
If I don't come up with something soon. Alright, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Cid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts making. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
Sounds pretty important.
Full suit of armor then?
It does.
Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
No, it's Blackthorn that needs to know what to do with it.
The engine plating's basically just a very efficient conductor. Create a thermal gradient across it and the heat radiates outwards, which... You know what, just show the plans to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
Yeah, and we'll just walk around collecting the materials he needs to actually make it, because I think that's gonna be the next issue, isn't it? No, I think the other way is faster. Because the plating, I'm pretty sure is gonna need some very rare materials in order to be made. That will probably send us on our way in order to collect it. I don't mind though, because she's building a ship that she made with Cid. What's more iconic to a Final Fantasy game than that? So yeah, I'm gladly help them with this.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Hell with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Krieger's Tates. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though. And I'll need help. Get Gav and Otto in here, will you?
All right.
I guess we are going collecting, isn't it?
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Cid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Valcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with.
Do we get to choose who we're gonna go with?
Up to you who you take to the desert. I mean, Gav's given a fight, but you don't have my winning personality.
Ah, don't listen to him. You'll be in the lowest of low company with either of us.
That is true. Alright, I'm guessing we are gonna go with one of them.
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
Well, if I have to choose, I feel more of a connection with Gav than with Otto in all honesty, so I'm gonna choose Gav. And if you watching have played this game as well, which one did you choose? And after all of this, can you tell me what's different? Because I'm very curious to see. It's probably like a personality thing, like what they will talk about, and things like that. But yeah, let's pick Gav.
Gav, you're with me.
All right then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Valcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Dalamil. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supplier. Take care.
You too,
You too, Otto.
Don't go letting him fleece ya.
Fleece me? I'd like to see him try.
In your own time.
Yeah, we're gonna go straight away. And if he's saying like it's black sand at the end of the river, it's probably volcanic ash of some kind, isn't it?
Sounds like this river we're looking for is south of the Dalamil Inn. I'll hire us a wagon and meet you there.
I'll get us a good price. Is that what you want to worry about?
Alright, if choosing this setup gives us a better price on the goods, I won't complain about any of that. Okay, so where do we need to go? Is there an indicator? Ah, there it is. I was looking for a green dot from side quest, but we're done with that. We're maining right now. I went on to 52 away. Oh, that's not too bad. Just use the desert gate. Is it roughly where we defeated the bombs? Wait. No, the bombs were over here with the terraces. This is more where we had to deal with the crystals. Doesn't matter where it is. We'll find a way.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav?
Knowing Gav, he's probably already half done filling the damn things.
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall.
Well, I'm gonna be
Valisthea.
convinced in Blackthorn that he knows what he's doing. Maybe it's a technique that they don't know here. At least not yet. Alright, let's walk. 100 meters, yards is not that bad. And in case we get attacked with monsters, we do not have to endanger our chocobo.
So this is Stardust.
It is.
It just looks like black sand to me.
No, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some sort of particles into the sand that we need to filter out and then work as an alloy in the metal, making it resistant to heat. Okay, we need to find 3 more. Alright, 3 out of 5. There it is, up there. Oop. I think I see the last one up ahead as well.
That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
Is there any more we can collect? Is Gav gonna be in trouble? Did he attract some monsters along the way?
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
You win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat? Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Cid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you.
We'll make sure. Very nice conversation. I wonder what kind of conversation you would have had with Otto.
Right, that's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Yes, we are. So I'm guessing now that we've handled, well, basically we delegated the making of the plate. I'm pretty sure we need to work on the other two things as well. So let's go back. Always looking around to see if anything changed on the world map that we need to check out.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
I'm sure it is going to be sufficient. If it's everything he needs, like if he needs something else, another metal or something else we need to work with, I don't know.
Alright, Clive. I gave all that stardust to Blackthorn just like I promised.
I got everything Blackthorn asked for. How'd it go over in Dalimil?
Pretty good.
Blackthorn, got everything you need.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You're beat sneaking around on your tud all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Yeah, and since he has to wait until it's done, will be the perfect time for her to come with us. Man, 500 ability points, nice, that's really good.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
And in all honesty, let's just press the right button. I have been contemplating whether or not to upgrade Earth and Fury, but in all honesty, I've used the ability in a few replays of the previous stages that we did, and it's nice, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking more for something that is like what we do with the Flame of Rebirth, which is basically an entire area around us that has a lot of hits. If we can get another ultimate like that, I would definitely upgrade it all the way to Step Before Master, but we haven't gotten that right now. So maybe if we get Bahamut or maybe even Jill's Ice Powers. I'm pretty sure there's room for a third one, I just don't know what it is. Well, we'll figure it out. Alright, for now, I think with the 2000 that we have, let's master up Limit Break and get our 4th bar. I'm pretty sure that has to be useful. If it isn't, we can get the points back and invest it in something else. But for now, I want to keep it, I want to use it, I want to try it. See if it works in our favor, which I think it should be, right? But yeah, let's head back from it. See if we can help her with the other 2 parts, or if she's willing to come with us to Cid while Blackthorn is beating away on his metal.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in. If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn's started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Can you imagine if that's actually her name?
Talk to her back there. You know, thingy. She'll tell you exactly which bits of which ruin we need. You just need to go and find them.
Oh, Cid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand.
Do you?
Mid
Really?
said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
Ooh, a
I
challenge.
see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Cid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Yeah, and then, in all honesty, I'm pretty sure that Clive didn't understand anything she said about the technical mumbo-jumbo. Not even I did that. But we know when she says, point and destroy monster, we can definitely do that. Alright, let's see. How far of the village will we have to be? Because there are some ruins around Lostwing, so we know it's probably going to be one of those.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Alright, looks like they are still prepping for the attack that we did with the side quest, which I'm pretty sure at some point, if we're far enough with the main story, we're gonna get back here and help them with that. But in what capacity, we still need to figure that one out. Okay, looks like it's smack dab in the middle of 2 points, so let's just get out of here. And of course, once we reach the outside perimeter of the village, we can just use our chocobo to get through the area. Oh, I wonder now that this has been set in motion through the side quest, if we're going to be attacked by the Black Guard outside of town, if they are actually there. To be honest, I wouldn't mind, because they're a pretty decent fight, and any ability points we might get will just help us get stronger quicker, so you will not hear me complain about something like that.
Come on. Run like the wind.
Ah yeah, there are 2 bars. We still need to fight to fill them though. I'm hoping that this monster that we're gonna face will be just enough to do that. Yeah, not you two. You two are a little bit too weak for us. You guys still here? Yep, not far enough. Yeah, we do need to protect our people, so let's take everything we can find.
Oh, there you are, Cid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
I don't mind, I just want to know what kind of creature it is, because they're not telling.
The pieces we need are in the ruins, just over there, as is a terrifying monster.
Is it really going to be that terrifying, or are they exaggerating?
Anybody home?
Ooh, Aruman.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Wow. Yeah, that was not something I want to stand in. Gonna be like that? Then let us use the big guns. Throw everything we have at it. Ooh, no, 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 no. This thing is definitely strong. That's something they should be bothering with.
Not good.
Ooh, I didn't replenish my potions. Just a little bit.
Farewell.
Enemy slain.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Cid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Thank you very much. Quest completed. No ability point for that? Alright, that's fine, that's fine. We'll take it. Come on, I'm gonna walk around, cause I could swear I saw like an item box somewhere here.
Your work is done, Cid. We'll take care of the rest. Let Mid know she'll have her helm very soon, would you?
Yeah, we will. Just need to find a box and I'll be on my way. There it is. Oh, we already got that. Alright, we already explored this region. Good on us. Alright, let's go back. And hopefully the last part of her request, the last item she needs, won't be as difficult for us to get. Because now we've had a fetch quest, so Blackthorn could start working. We have a monster extermination quest where we had to defeat the other one, which we did. So what's the last one gonna be? It's gonna be like a mixture of the two? Or is it gonna be like a treasure hunt that we need to find like multiple places around the world to at the end up with the item we need?
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in. If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. The shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Hippocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Let me guess, if we want to stop the breath of a dragon, at least the heat of it, maybe use the skin of a dragon?
I've been going round in circles trying to find something sturdy enough to withstand the fire of the engines, but light enough not to sink the ship. Should have bothered old Tome sooner. If anyone knows something I don't, it'll be him.
A slight hint of arrogance in her name. She's definitely related to Cid, that's for sure. Tome should be in the middle, so it doesn't really matter which side we go. Ooh, they've reached another tier. Where are we now?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Here's everything we've received and everything promised.
A safe passage for the direwolf Jess. Not long ago I was accosted by footpads as I walked the gilded path, and would have perished alone in the desert had not the curse breakers come to my aid. I owe them my life. May this token serve them well. Then we got the 800 ability points, so this is very, very nice. We have Meteorite, which is nothing to sniff at. High Clerk Medallion, which is probably an enhanced form of the one we have. Because we have a Clerk Medallion, of course. And more renown in order to figure out what this one is. Basically, more than doubling it.
Come again. I may have more for you.
I hope so.
We're seeing troops amassing at every corner.
Alright, let's scour some books. See if they might help dear old Mid.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Well, if it does work, the moon dew, then we can use it for the hideaway too, to make sure that the water doesn't destroy everything.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
How is this even a choice, really?
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus. I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Okay, this might be surprising, but I'm going with Jill. And the same question to everyone that's the same as with Otto and Gav. What would the other one be like? Like I said, it's probably going to be like a personal discussion that we had with Gav as well. So, what is that other discussion? I do wonder about that.
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited. Effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
Come on, there would have been the opportunity to work together.
You too, Talia.
And trust me, we will enjoy each other when we're there. Alright, if it's just picking up a shopping list, this shouldn't be too bad. Well, she has to be nearby.
Keep them pilchers nice and chilled.
Are those Pepio nuts?
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
And I really wanted just to spend some time together. Come on, Jill, why you're splitting us up?
Welcome, welcome.
Nothing new, it seems.
An excellent choice.
I know.
Buy, sell, or be gone. And?
And it's sold out. So basically a very unique item for that group.
What can I interest you in today?
A bit of garlic would be nice.
Ah, yes.
And it's so cheap that it's almost impossible not to have that on you.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
We can, I'm sure. It is the reason why I picked you, Jill, and not someone else.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells?
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Is there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry.
She's enjoying the little things.
You're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
Of course not.
No, Jill. This is how life life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
Are we gonna bring it back, or are we gonna share some pie? Because I kind of want that pie.
I suppose we best be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
I do feel a little bit like I've been cheated out of pie. Me. Alright, next time we're gonna get back here. I want that pie. I really do. Okay, but for now, I think I'm gonna leave it here. Next time we're gonna bring the stuff back to base. And see if we can complete the ship of Mid and continue with the main story by letting her see Cid and paying her respects like she should. So for now, I wish you a great night, morning, day, wherever you are, and if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we continue on completing Mid's ship and hopefully taking her along with us. See you then. Bye bye.